All right, guys, I just wanted to talk to you guys really quickly about the SimNet badging that's now available for you guys. Um, you've probably noticed there's not really due dates on these, and the reason for that is if you look at your calendar, the badge that you get for completing the required assignments and the required proficiency exam at the end, that is going to be your final in this class. So in order to get your points for the final, um, you have to pass and obtain this proficiency badge in Excel. Now, it's nothing crazy. Most of what you're going to see in here, a lot of you are probably already familiar with, but this at least gets you a badge that you can put on like your LinkedIn or in your resumes when you talk about skill sets that you have. Now you can put in there, hey, I've got a proficiency badge in Excel training. So this just kind of lets employers know that you at least have a fundamental grasp on how to use Excel. And that's still going to be a very, very big thing in the world of accounting. Excel still used constantly in the world of accounting, particularly in audit. So the way you're going to get to this is you're going to go to your content tab here in Brightspace. And then mine's going to look a little different because I'm obviously I see the instructor view, but um, uh, go to the SimNet Excel badging folder. Here you'll see an intro Windows Office file management. That is not required of you to complete. I just put it in there because some of you may have not used Excel at all in the past, and that's fine, or Office at all in the past, and that's fine. So I just wanted to give you guys kind of a quick briefer, quick intro to that so that in case you did have some questions on how to save a file, open files, where to find files, that kind of thing, you would have that. So you're going to see two different folders here. You're going to see required for SimNet badging and then optional. And then it tells you here it grants you the Excel black belt badging. Apparently, I'll have to change that up to just say badge. But this gets you an Excel black belt badge. This Excel black belt badge is a lot more advanced than what the SimNet badging that we're going to do for proficiency in Excel is going to be. Okay. So I would recommend if you have some time, you've already got access to this right now during the semester, I would go ahead and do these as well and just get that black belt credential. That's going to give you much, 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 much more advanced use of Excel, especially like macros, being able to develop and use macros, record macros, that type of thing. That's incredibly useful when you're dealing with large repetitive data sets in Excel. But the requirement for you guys is just this right here, required for SimNet badging, okay? And what each of these are is you'll have a chapter that you'll look through, and then you'll have a project that you work on. This project is just for practice, just to reinforce some of those ideas, okay? You'll have a chapter, a project, a chapter, a project, a chapter, a project, and then finally down here you will have your capstone project. And this capstone project is the final in this class, right? This is what's going to get you that credentialed badge for Excel. So this is what you need to actually complete by the end of the semester. So all of this is due on the last day, on the date of the final in the semester. This will be due at midnight. If you do not complete this, it is a 0 on the final. If you do not pass the badging, you will get the points that you earned on this, but you won't earn the badge. And I believe to actually earn the badge, you have to score a 90% or higher on the capstone project. So this is something to take seriously. It's not something to blow off until the last minute. I would work on it throughout the semester as you have time. Okay. So what these are actually going to look like, what you'll see when you get into SimNet is this right here. Okay. So you'll have your SimBook chapters, and these are where you're going to start. I'm going to skip the intro chapter right now. And we're going to go ahead and just look at the Excel chapter 1. You'll open your SimBook, and it's probably going to throw me somewhere in the middle of the SimBook here. No, it didn't, thank goodness. Okay. So what you'll do is you'll basically just read through this text. Okay. This is going to seem very trivial when you first start it. Saving and opening workbooks. Okay. Super, super simple, right? It'll tell you other ways. Keyboard shortcuts are actually incredibly useful. I'm a guy that uses primarily keyboard shortcuts inside of Excel, just because it does save you some time. Once you get good and familiar with them, it saves you a little bit of time. And when you're spending hours of your time in Excel, it's very helpful. So it'll tell you all that little thing, all those little things like that. Now, what's important that you complete in each of these chapters are these right here. Okay. So what you'll do is when you get here, you'll click on the Show Me button. It's going to take you to another page, and you click the play button, and it's going to run a video. Then once it plays through the video, most of them are very short like that. You'll just hit continue. And then it's going to then it's going to guide you through it. And up here, you'll see your instructions. It's going to say, hey, click the File tab to open Backstage View. So we'll click the File tab. It's going to tell me, okay, good, you got it right. Click to the next step. Then it's going to tell me, click Save As to display the Save As area. So we'll click Save As. Correct. Go to the next step. Click Browse to open the Save As dialog box. Okay. Now it's going to tell me type PPE1 into the name field. Okay. Hit enter to submit your answer. Okay. Then click save. And you're done. Now you've completed the guide me step. Now the last step that you have to complete is this let me try it. And it's just going to tell you, hey, this is step 1 of 1. I need you to save a copy of the file to the documents folder with the name PPE1-1. So now we're just going to go through those steps again. File, save as, browse. We're going to delete that name and we're going to type in PPE1-1, enter, and I've completed let me try it. So I can close that. Now it's going to take me right back to the book and you can see I've got these check marks. Okay. So that's basically what you're going to do for all of these, and you're just going to keep going through, right? And you'll see, okay, well, now we are entering and editing data. It's got more show me, guide me, let me try it. Show me, guide me, let me tries. Show me, guide me, let me tries. Okay. So you just want to make sure you get through all of those show me, guide me, let me tries, move on to the next one, right? Here we have a pause and practice. It's going to let you download a file and then follow through. Your projects are going to look a lot like this, and we'll get to that in just a second, okay? So it's going to give you a file that you need, so you'll click on that, and it'll let you download it, okay? And then you just follow along with the directions, okay? Follow through the directions. That's all you're going to have to do, okay? So what I'm going to do now is we're going to exit out of this. And I'm going to go to one of the projects so we can kind of see what those look like for you guys. And here you'll see I've got the optional and the required grouped up for you. Click on that required. And then here, click on this project. It's going to tell you what you need to do is you need to download this file. Okay. And then go through these steps with the file. Okay. You'll follow all these steps, and this is going to be all of the stuff you learned in chapter 1. You're going to upload the file and hit submit. And once you hit grade my file, it will submit it and it will give you a grade for it. Now, these are worth no points. These are practice for you, but they have to be completed, okay? The points are going to come at the end of this when you complete that proficiency exam, okay? The proficiency project at the end. So that's basically going to be the cycle for the SimNet stuff. Okay, all semester long, just work on it as you have time. Okay, that's going to be the key. Just make sure you don't save this until the end of the semester, the day that everything's due. I would not wait to start this. Okay, you have 4 chapters that you have to get through, and they're pretty lengthy. I showed you the first page of chapter 1. There are several steps to chapter 1 by itself, and it gets more difficult as you go through the chapters. So make sure you don't wait until the very last day to start this stuff. Okay. One other note really quickly, you can see here, you can flip it between Windows and Mac. Okay. So if you are, for whatever reason, decided you wanted to buy a MacBook for the College of Business, at least here you can use, you can flip this over to give you Mac instructions. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys have any questions, feel free to email me or the GAs, and we will get back to you. Thanks.